My position is that the black woman's disrespect and rebellion against the leadership and the authority of the black man is a direct cause of the breakdown in our black family structure.
The very direct question is, black women, why do you hate black men so intensely? Were you programmed that way? Is this a learned behavior, such as nature or nurture? Is this something you learned along the way? Is it something deeply embedded in you? And lastly, how can I help you overcome that hate?
Do black women really believe that we should be in control because we are more intelligent or more educated or more capable than black men to do so? Do black women really believe that we are the backbone of the community? And if so, why? I'm going to give my opinion by answering my own questions. Are black women purposely working against black men? At first, I didn't believe this at all. I didn't want to believe it. I did not believe that there was anywhere in hell that black women were literally purposely working against black men or in cahoots to destroy them, until I started talking to more and more black women, different types of black women, and learned about some of the mindsets that exist. I even made videos about it. One was called The Plan, and one was called The Black Female's Love Letter. After what I learned and some of the things that I read and some of the things that I heard black women say, I would have to say yes, some black women are purposely working against black men in different ways. And no, I do not believe that most black women are willing to work with black men unless they are in control of whatever is going on.
You'd understand. The black women are against the black men because they've been exploited so much. They're with the Hitler-esque people. They're with the white people. They work against black men underneath it all.
Or what? I feel like the only way to rectify this dysfunction in the black community is by honestly speaking on it. As far as I am concerned, like from my perspective, a majority of black women really do hate black men. Not all. I met some pretty like solid black women who they absolutely understand some things, but at the same time, like I understand this. I realize that there are a lot of black women. They don't just like dislike black men or not understand them. They hate them. They hate them. They fetishize white men, specifically white men.
My name is Tiara, and this is my first video, of course. And I just wanted to do a video on why I personally like white guys, and this is my opinion, of course, for me. Well, to start off, I'm just really in love with white men. Like, I really can't deny it. Like, I don't know. It's just like, even my friends in college used to just specifically go to the club for a white man.
Hey, I'm Darian.
I'm Deja.
And today we're gonna be talking about.
Just put down.
Yeah. Today we're gonna be talking about why black girls
like white boys.
like we love white boys.
Mr. Lucas, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me how we got here and why it is you've needed to come to court to get this car back?
Well, Your Honor, there was nothing wrong. Nothing. You know, everything was normal at my house.
Everything was normal?
Nothing wrong. Nothing. Rashida told me, baby, I'll be back and she left. You know, this was back in November.
Mrs. Lucas? Mr. Lucas says you had a great relationship.
Yes, we had a wonderful relationship.
Why don't you tell me what was wonderful about it?
It was wonderful. We were like best friends. I believe, you know, he's my soulmate. Everything was fine except... He was too nice.
Divorce court. After 10 years of marriage, Camila Jackson says she's divorcing Carlos Jackson because he refuses to take care of her.
I believe that the woman who came up with Women's Lib, I'd like to meet her so that I can choke her, because I do not want to work. I don't want the same rights as my husband. He's the provider, the sole provider.
You don't want the same rights?
No, Your Honor, I do not want the same rights.
She was working.
You believe that women shouldn't have the same rights, or do you just believe that women shouldn't have the same obligations?
The same rights.
Rights.
I feel like a woman's place is in the house. My place is in the house. I'm a desperate housewife of Texas. I claim that. You know why? Because I feel like I should sit at home, get my hair done, get my nails done, be able to go to the tanning salon because I do enjoy tanning. Being a woman is about getting pampered, Carlos. If you realize that, we wouldn't be here today.
So if your husband is the provider, he can tell you what to buy and what not to buy. You don't believe in that, do you?
Absolutely not. Being a woman has...
That's not what you think.
Why are black women so argumentative? We find any and everything to argue over except something constructive. In fact, we don't consider it a good time unless we've been arguing and fighting with someone over something. We argue in defense of being single mothers. We argue in defense of cursing every other word and being whores because the men do it too. And we argue against accountability for our own actions. And we hide behind God and Jesus to do that with. Only God can judge me.
Their brother sent me a link to a story and a Facebook post about a brother that I can relate to and a lot of other men can relate to. He had a child, this child's 6 years old, and him and the mother wasn't together. But he wanted to be in his child's life. He wanted to spend every moment he could with his child. But then the mom started giving him hell. And for 5 years straight, he was going back and forth to court all the time, fighting for more time with his son. Now I'm going to read the Facebook post that the brother had left and then the news story of what happened to him after he wrote this Facebook post. So the post reads as such as you see on the screen. He says, "F my life, I give up. I can't take this ish my son mother putting me through. Days missing from work. Mind you, he works 3 jobs. She has filled Ethan as his son head up with so much false stuff. He has told me I'm a bad father. I'm not a good dad. If there was really a true and living God in Jesus, then he wouldn't put me through this. She has hit me, slapped me in front of our child. I call the police and they say they have no proof. Then you go downtown and file, and then they want to issue papers on me." He says, "F life, all I know is that I'm a dead man walking. I hope if there's a God that he allow the devil to kill me right now because there's no reason for me to live right now. Good job, Latasha Alston. You've won the battle. You want full custody? You got it."
The name of the man killed yesterday in the middle of downtown Durham. A police officer shot and killed 26-year-old Derek DeAndre Walker after he pointed a gun at them during a standoff in CCB Plaza. Anthony Wilson is back at the plaza this afternoon with those details. Anthony, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Barbara. We've learned that Walker was a man who worked 3 jobs, not just one, and who doted on his young son. But he also had some very obvious problems that came to a head when he was here yesterday afternoon with a gun pointed at police. The images of a troubled man holding a gun, talking to himself and Durham police.
What I saw downtown yesterday was not Derek.
Shocked and saddened Bishop Franklin Haynes.
I probably was the last person he talked to. And he told me he loved me and all this stuff, and I was trying to get him to let me come and talk to you.
He says Derek Walker was like a son to him. That's Walker on the left of this picture showing staff of Haynes funeral services.
And I always told him, you know, you're going to be the one when I retire. They kind of take over for me.
But he says Walker, who loved his 6-year-old son, had an ongoing domestic dispute with the child's mother, to the point Bishop Haynes told us where Walker snapped, posted a suicide message online, took a gun he obtained for a security guard job, and faced cops who tried to talk him down.
He called me about 4:30 and says, I want you to bury me in my suit, my funeral suit, and I want that to happen. He's just crying, and I said, I need to talk to you.
Within an hour, Walker was dead after pointing the pistol toward his own head, then at police.
Okay, y'all, check this out. This is Pastor Desiree Allen in a church in Harlem, New York. She up in the church fornicating, getting her freak on, right? And she's pregnant as a result of having sex outside of marriage and refuses to step down